That's fine.
A new online festival has been launched today called INFORAFRICA, and it's aiming to raise awareness about coronavirus, coinciding with Africa Day. This festival will bring music, panel discussions, comedy and other acts from personalities in the world of sport, TV and film, as well as online influencers. Ahead of the launch, I spoke with Ghanaian actress Jocelyn Dumas, Ghanaian actor John DeMello, Congolese musician Owelo Longomba, and the festival's founder, Eddie Caddy. And I started by asking him, what can people expect from this online initiative?
On that day, we want to actually highlight the different organizations, the different individuals who are also doing their part, because it's extremely important to change a narrative. And I really want to stress on this. You know, as part of the INFORAFRICA campaign, what we want to stress is that this is not a pitiful aid awareness campaign for Africa. This is actually a celebration of the continent to show that we are capable of looking after ourselves. Once we all just join forces and join hands, whether you're from South, North, Central, East, we are extremely capable. So as the lockdown was announced, actually, a lot of people were happy to take on a lockdown, and you know they had the right information, they understood the reasons why, but so many others did not understand those reasons. And for those who also did understand the reason, they just weren't in a situation in life where they can actually execute a lockdown in the most perfect way. For example, you know, here in the UK, the government is actually subsidizing a lot of us to actually stay home. You know, we have good reasons, and some people actually have situations that are much better than those around the continent and around the world. But specifically, you know, targeting the continent because that's where I'm from, and also I was able to relate because of my family's back home. So there were people who literally had jobs that they needed to do on that day in order to feed the family on the same day, but yet being told to stay at home, and they couldn't afford to do so. So a lot of people actually didn't understand the importance of staying at home.
So Eddie, you've mentioned something that's quite interesting, and it's something I want to bring John in on. It's about people not being able to stay at home because a lot of them rely on subsistence farming or agriculture, so they need to go out and make their daily wage. So as well as being an actor, you're also a farmer. What advice would you give for people, seeing as though that this is the industry that you're also in?
I think that for us as farmers, it's been a very difficult situation, but we always look at the brighter side, which is people still need to eat, and the food must come from our farms. And so for us, we are still enforcing strict rules and regulations like social distancing and so on and so forth. But at the same time, we know that, look, if people don't get to eat, I mean, that's a different crisis altogether. And so right from getting the food from the farms to getting it to the markets, to getting it to, people's homes, I think we are as a matter of fact, trying to put in certain measures so that everybody can get some food to eat. I mean, it's been difficult. That's the truth of the matter, because when you go to markets, there are a lot of people there. People are not practicing social distancing, but at least most of them have their nose masks on. They have, in some cases, they have their gloves. And then, of course, they have their hand sanitizers there as well. But the fundamental point is that people still need to eat, and we must get the foods to their homes.
And Jocelyn, you run the Jocelyn Dumas Foundation, where you help support children with advocacy and support. How difficult has it been for you to be able to work and support the children that you usually help?
Thank you so much for this question. It has been almost impossible because, again, the target for the Jocelyn Dumas Foundation is children that are in, I don't like to use certain words like deprived, but obviously children that are not as privileged as others. And so it has been so difficult because even just before the lockdown, we were about to go to the northern region to do like a menstrual hygiene campaign for the young girls and give them some menstrual cups. But then we had to shut it down because obviously, we had to go on a lockdown and COVID-19 and stuff like that. My major concern has always been, the kids in the private schools are doing studies online, but then what about the kids in the public schools? That has been one of my major concerns. How are we going to get their assignments to them? How are we going to get them to also work? And even if we're able to do that, then it's easier for us to also spread the word and the message of COVID-19 and how you need to protect yourself, because once you educate the child, now they can actually ram it into their parents' heads as well.